It's time for my July 2022 vinyl update. Ahoy hoy everybody, and it's early morning Martin here with my July vinyl update. Not a lot this week, half a dozen titles plus an update on my Queen box set, so this shouldn't take too long. New phone cost a big chunk of money, and as I mentioned before, I'm saving also for my London trip because I hope to hit a few record shops in London. Plus neither of my two locals have really had anything in that I was desperate to buy. Right, so first up, the update on the Queen box set. So this is the Queen Platinum Collection box set. I did an unboxing for this when I received it from the Queen store. It was in, so that would have been June, I think. And it arrived damaged. The top corner there was dented, and there was dents all along the tops of each record. My initial reaction was, I can't be bothered to go through the hassle of returning it, but I was bullied into it by the commenters on that video. So I got in touch with the Queen store. They said, fine, we'll send out a replacement and then send back your original one, which is what I did. So that was the replacement one, which arrived on the 1st of July. So I did put a little caption up saying it had arrived on the last vinyl update, but this is it. It's fine, except, or from what I can see, certainly the three I've looked at, the inner sleeves are ripped on one edge as the weight of the records has bashed into them. You know, well, I'll show you one, but I'm sure you can imagine what I mean because it is a common fault with vinyl. So it's not so clear because the records aren't not in it, but there you go. That wouldn't be enough for me to send it back anyway, because once I've listened to them, the records come out of the inner sleeves anyway, because they're not polylined or anything. So no further damage should occur. And it's not something you can really see 99.9% of the time. However, further twist to the tale. So yes, I've received the replacement, packaged up the original, sent it back. The order number for the replacement was exactly the same as for the original. As I say, packaged up the original, sent it back. A couple of days later, I had an email from them confirming they'd received it and that I would receive a refund within the next couple of days. And this wasn't for postage, they paid for the postage, it was a prepaid postage label for a return. So I thought, right, okay. And then within about half an hour, I had another email from PayPal saying I'd received a full refund for the box set. So, being an honest chap, I replied to the initial email and said, thank you, but I received a replacement, I shouldn't be getting a refund. And they replied back, words to the effect of, oh, it was the replacement that was returned. Anything else we can help you with, don't worry, please get in touch. Thought, like, A, it wasn't. I think the confusion was because it was the same order number. And B, you've had your chance. So that box set cost me absolutely nothing apart from a little bit of time. I can't feel guilty about it. I gave them the opportunity to retract for refund. So there you go. Right, on to the rest of the stuff. So there's one pre-loved here that was an eBay purchase, and the rest are all new releases to some extent or another. So first up is the Best of Keen. So this came out on, I think, CD, certainly on streaming a few years back, 2013, must have been CD as well, but never had a vinyl release. I like Keen. I've got most of their albums on CD, and I've been picking up their record store day releases on vinyl. But the hair on my chin. But was tempted by this when it was announced a few months ago, but then didn't bite on it straight away, and it sold out everywhere. But then they released a few more, so I picked it up. That's the sticker that was on the front. And then inner sleeve one, and that disc is on a nice orange vinyl. And then disc 2 is on blue vinyl, which was part of the attraction, obviously. It did come, bought it through recordstore.co.uk, I think. I'll sort that afterwards. There's the gatefold. Did come with a big poster. It's not very exciting, it's just the flowers that feature through the artwork. So, but nothing will be done with that. It's not signed or anything, but it didn't cost me anything, so fair enough. But yeah, I thought it was, nice to have a best of on vinyl. It appears to be in chronological order. Okay, the pre-loved I bought, it was an eBay win. It's the 12-inch of Prince's I Want to Be Your Lover, one of his early singles. This is from his second album. I think it's it's a UK release. B-side is Just As Long As We're Together, which is from his debut album, For You. A nice addition to the collection. Wasn't a lot of money. I think it was around a tenner I paid for it. Next is the latest release from Plastic Pop Records. I'm not buying everything they release, but they did the reissues of Sophie Ellis-Bextor's first 4 albums, and this I've picked up as well, but I like their stuff so far. I pre-ordered this months ago, so much that a couple of times I've sort of checked when is it actually coming out, because the CD came out before the vinyl as well. So this is Nicola Roberts' to date only album. Nicola Roberts from Girls Aloud. So the album is Cinderella Eyes, which I have on CD from when it first came out. So they reissued it on CD, on vinyl, and then also this, which is Behind Cinderella's Eyes, which is the original album, and then loads of demos, B-sides, etc., which was also available on CD and as this double album. So I went for the double album. So it comes with a little obi strip. Well, it's not an obi strip, it's a belly band, but vertical. Gatefold sleeve. I haven't listened to this yet, but the original album is really, really, really good. So this is the original album. So being Cinderella's Eyes, they've gone for what they call glass slipper vinyl. So just clear vinyl. The album only release was on a similar green to the cover. That sort of green, I believe. There's disc 2. Then we have the new album from Bananarama, Masquerade. And this is a signed copy, bought through their website. No, was it their website? Yes, it was, yes. Ignore me. So signed by Kevin and Sarah. Haven't listened to this yet. Can't comment on the music. It's had good reviews. Nice lyric inner sleeve. And there were two options for the coloured vinyl. You could go for blue or red. I decided on blue. And very nice it is too. Given that, you know, neither colour overly matched the artwork, although there is the blue in there. I was going to say in their gloves, but it's drawn on their gloves. But there is blue on the front cover. I can't really see any red, but from their lips, I thought blue was more appropriate. This is the new album by Gilbert O'Sullivan. His 20th, I believe. This is Driven. Bought through his website and signed. Again, not heard any of this. Slightly put off at Mick Hucknall's on one of the tracks, but I can cope with that for a track, I'm sure. This is on clear vinyl, but not crystal clear. And then finally, so as probably most of you are aware, on Record Store Day Drop 2, my favourite album of all time, was released. Prince's The Gold Experience. It was released as a replica of the original promo release, and the version available in the UK and Europe came on a you can see it there, it's an orange and yellow marbly type vinyl. Go back to either my last update, or I think I showed it on the vinyl on my last update, if not certainly the Record Store Day video, to see that. It quickly became apparent that the US release of it was a bit more faithful to the original release, in that it was on a proper translucent gold vinyl, which the original release was. So I pretty much decided I was going to get the US version as well. And then Prince's official store put copies on sale, so I just decided to order one of those, and they ran out. So I thought, oh well, I'll get one somehow. And then a few days later, the Prince official store put them back on sale, so I ordered one. In the meantime, copies were starting to arrive from the official store, and they were numbered. They had a little gold stamp number on the front cover, which the original releases had. These weren't originals. They had a Record Store sticker, etc. No mention anywhere that they were going to be numbered. So, wasn't sure whether I'd be getting a numbered copy when it came. However, I think it was after I'd had my dispatch notice, but before it arrived, somebody had spoken to the Prince store, and apparently only the first 500 that they sold were going to be numbered. So I was pretty certain I wouldn't be getting a numbered one, and it turned up, and sure enough, it's not numbered. The number would be in that sort of area, stamped on in gold. So it is slightly different cover material from the European release. Let me grab it so we can, since it's a relatively short video. So the UK and European release, the cardboard is just sort of normal brown cardboard. However, the US release is sort of darker and more speckled. Again, this is more faithful to the original. Otherwise, the covers are identical. Stickers front and back. Record Store Day sticker on the outer sleeve. Same barcode, I notice. Yeah, same barcode. Again, the stickers, it might just be reprinting, but the sticker is slightly darker on the US release. But then the vinyl, so I will show you the European, or at least one of them anyway. So that's how the European one looks. As I say, the US is more faithful to the original. It's on what they call translucent gold, which, depending on the light, sometimes looks yellow, sometimes looks orange, sometimes looks gold. Yeah, so pleased to complete the set, if you like, with those. I'm anticipating that sometime in the near future you'll get a vinyl release of the normal version of the album as well. So there we have it. That's what I bought in July. I'm sure I've got some pre-orders coming in August. As I mentioned, I'm saving for my London trip, so won't be doing much buying other than, as I say, the pre-orders. Not sure when my update will be, because I'm in London from the 31st, so I might do it a day or two early, or it might go up late, because obviously I won't have my records with me in London. I intend to be filming in London each day. I'm up there for 5 days plus the next morning, if you like. So I intend to be doing some recording whilst in London, but the actual vinyl update probably end up, because I've got a couple of days of holiday before I actually go to London, so I'll have time to do it. So I'll probably do it, probably the 30th, be my guess. Anyway, but don't expect it to be a huge video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.